السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. waxaan deganahay East Village 21 years. Last year waxay qabsaday waxa iga halaabay AC-ga waa bishii saddexaad bishii afraad baa la iga saaray ma la igu soo celin kuleel baan ku dhameystay barafka markuu imaaday ayay meeshii godka ahayd soo galiyeen AC ka yar oo waliba noise qaylinaya muxuu ahaa ofinkii 21 years la ii dhigay iyo laandarigi baa wali ii yaalo oo qaylinaya oo xumaaday inuu iga bedelin guriga laga ranjiyeeyo garaashka lama hagaajiyo dad biyo ay ku soo furteen oo guriyihii musqulihii ay ka jabiyeen 5 sano waxa igu socday biyo oo sinkiga waji dhaqa baa biyo ku socdeen wax hagaajiye male stiilna way daayaan marka la hadashana waxa lagu leeyahay okay waa sameynayna wax laga bedelay wax laga sameynay male wasaqdu ka sii daray baabuurta la jabinay habeen iyo maalin oo la soo galay oo meesha laba joor baa gaariga laga jabsaday dadka neebarka biyaa ka wada daaya guriyahoodii oo ka jajabay wax laga hagaajinayo malaha wasaqda iyo urka iyo dhibaatada na haysato waxa noogu sii daran waxay leeyihiin homeless baa halkan degan homelesska baabuurta jajabiyo dhibaatada homeless way ka horeysay ilaa 3 years baa baabuurta nalka jabinay waxna loo qabta male dhibaatadan way nagu socotaa waana la yasaa wax noo qabta ma jiraan dhibaatadaas aan haysato oo wasaqda iyo baabuurta la jajabinayo tuugadii oo iska taagan muxuu habeen walba saddex joor bay lacag samar walba igu soo dalacaan waxay dhahaan lacag baa lagu guleeyahay markaan sii raacana okay waa laga tirtiray haddana waa lagu soo dalacaa every year anoo sokor qaba liiga nixiyaayo wadnaha ay qabteen marka dhibaatadaas aan meeshan ku qabnaa hadee qeyr badan baa idin rajaynaa intaas aniga ku ekeysay.
Yeah, my name is Anthony Agogun, a resident of East Village apartment. I've been living here now for a period of 3 years. And when I moved into this building, my son was originally on the list before I came from New York to join him. I'm on the list as well. A lot of things and a lot of activities that is negative for anybody to live under has been going on here. I have so many proof that I have recorded with the management of this building. I have proofs that I have recorded with the housing, the fire housing inspectors that have come into this building several times by my own invitation. On June 30th, 2019, there was a heavy rain that blew up the roof. All this roof were leaking. It took them from June 30th, 2019 to July 19, 2019, before they commenced repairs on the roof. And that was done under the pressure from me and other tenants. The inspector by name Josephine came twice before they commenced on the repair. When the repair was done, the damages, not even to the property of my property, which I know the rain damaged other people's properties too, because we were just putting buckets and pail all around to drain. For the water to drain it. It took from from that July 19, 2019 up to September 2019, which I have to call inspector. Another two inspectors came, one by name Robert, to see, to the damage that has been done, and they refused to come and fix it. Last time Josephine came, she went to the office, I think took the manager to their main office, for my grievances. Before they sent somebody to come, and they sent this local maintenance, which I don't know. He came, he couldn't fix this thing. It took another 2-3 weeks before they bring somebody to come and just patch it up. If you come and say it, if you can't even invite a stranger into my apartment, because when they look at the ceiling.
I can personally attest to what he's saying, that sometimes at night when we get off work, we've had to wait multiple hours in our cars, 45 minutes to an hour, 2 hours, just wait in our cars, or like call neighbors, like see if there's a guy that could possibly come get us from the garage, because there have been so much like safety concerns that it's not even funny anymore. Like, and they keep every time we raise that concern, they tell us, oh, we have a security company, we have security 8 hours, from 9 p.m. until 5 p.m. and we would call the security and they would ask us what is village is. That's how serious it is. And I can attest that I have lived here, and you can ask every single person here if they've ever seen a security guard without having to call them. And if you call them, their response time, I have called numerous times and I am yet to see a security guard to respond to my concerns. So they say they have security, but I think it's an invisible security company that they have, because not one person here can attest a security at all. I personally called this so-called security 3 times Wednesday night between 1 a.m. to 1:30 a.m. until 2:50 a.m. I'm still waiting for them to show up. I called the police twice. The police responded before they did. And it took the police almost 2 hours to respond as well. And it was just somebody that was going around the halls, opening doors, hoping to get into a door that was unlocked. I personally got up and said, hey, who is it? What do you want? And, like to try to figure out who he was. No answer. It's one of the people that broke into our cars, broke into the building to try to see if they can maybe squat into an empty apartment or whatever the deal is. So there's security concerns, there's safety concerns, we also have issues with maintenance. I'm still waiting for my toilet to be fixed. I have no working toilet, no working dishwasher, and I've lived here for 3 years. You put in a request by phone, by email, like you can send a letter if you want. You still will not get a response from the office. Yes, we'll get to it as soon as we can. I'm still waiting for a response, for a light to be fixed, for my toilet to be fixed, my dishwasher to be fixed. And it's been over 3 months for those.
Hi, I'm new to this resident, about a year. It's going to be a year this month coming up. Unfortunately, from day one, I've dealt with a lot of things that are either safety concernings. It goes beyond that. The other night was in my living room, and I opened my window so I could get fresh air. And as soon as I did that, I heard altercations happening at this park. I can't see anything. There's a big tree in front of my window, and literally 6 shots were fired. I honestly thought I got hit. I literally came home. I literally came in my apartment, stripped my clothes, and checked for bullet wounds, and checked my baby's I shouldn't. Nothing like this should ever be normalized. I don't care, yellow, brown, blue, it doesn't matter. Like she said, she had a good point. A lot of residents that live here are overlooked because of the fact that they don't speak the language, and they're not Caucasian, and they don't have blue eyes. And that doesn't mean just because they are unable to speak for themselves that they should live in a hazardous condition. It's like basically indirectly saying, I don't care for you. There's management there as a picture display. I don't know who they manage. Yet still treat people with no dignity, no safety. Like, what I don't understand is I myself feel threatened because I have a newborn on top of that. And the underground situation that took place, instead of being happy that I'm in a home, I feel terrified. Coming back from grocery shopping, running errands. I don't take my baby everywhere. I make sure I find babysitter because in case something happens, I'm thinking about what if. No one should ever think about what if in a residential base. You're supposed to feel safe and secured. That's where you lay your head. You want to be reassured. And the security situation, I haven't seen a single security since I moved here.